Okay, we've got the Team Associated Rival on the track now. This is a truck I was pretty excited to run, and I'll tell you, it's kind of a big machine, really, for our track. Our track's set up more. Oop, didn't quite make that. Our track is set up more for 10-scale short course trucks, 2- and 4-wheel drive. We race weekly. We're just after a pretty good rainstorm out here. You can see some of the banners and things are, not quite set up perfect, but we'll fix that up for race day. But this truck actually worked pretty well. It exceeded my expectations, to be honest, even though I have had experience with quite a tumble right there. I have had experience with a Monster GT in the past, and I knew how they handle. They are pretty soft out of the box. You can see the body roll and the way it lifts the tire, and it's pretty dramatic. That's pretty common for these big monster trucks. I will say, it did try out on the pavement. It was trying to wheelie. And if you figured out how to lock the center differential, wheelies would be no problem for this truck, because it's geared very, very low, and it pulled the front wheels off the ground, and then that diff unloaded, and the front tires expanded, and it just sucked it right back to the ground and took off. Getting a feel for that rhythm section back there, the double-double. It just doesn't quite have enough traction coming around that corner to make. I try several times, I just can't make the quad with it. But the truck, I mean, you can see it jumps really nice. This center differential is helping this truck really quite a bit. In fact, if you notice, I take some of the fast corners, that left front tire is ballooning out pretty well. That's the diff unloading, and then it's unloading to that tire. Picks that tire up because the suspension's so soft. But it's kind of dramatic. It's pretty cool.
The other thing I'll say about the speed control, it actually worked very well. The speed control during this run, and we gathered about 20 minutes of footage, and I still had plenty of power when the time was done, but the speed control was not warm really at all. I checked the temperature of the motor and the speed control, and I didn't do anything scientific. I forgot my temp gun, so I was going to get an accurate reading, but I left that in my shop. So I did the finger test. Basically I've raced enough to kind of get an idea. I'm thinking the motor is running about 130 degrees at the end of my run here, about 135, somewhere in there. The speed control was just barely warm. I mean, it was holding up better than I thought. So.
That I'm lucky right there. That didn't break a knuckle. That was a pretty hard hit when I went off that sideways. I hit the track barrier there, and hits like that are what breaks a knuckle, especially with that big a tire working against that knuckle. But so far so good. We didn't really have any breakage at all. Until the very end, I decided to do something really stupid, and I went off the back side of the big jump. I'll show you when we come to it. At the end of the film, you'll see I go off the back side of that jump right there. And the truck bottomed out. The rear suspension bottomed out, and it tipped the truck up and over forward, and I just couldn't recover it. It landed right on the top of the truck, I mean hard, and it broke the body mount, and it cracked the shock tower. Getting some pretty good air off that back jump there, the spine in the rear. The truck jumps really nice. I mean, this thing is overall, it's very smooth. Very smooth truck. I like that. You can see that left front tire ballooning up right there. You know, that's the diff unloading, and then it's unloading to that corner. It's just part of the, you know, factory box setting monster truck experience. The thing with this truck is the suspension's soft enough that it absorbs the jumps and the bumps really well. So if you're not happy with the way it's sagging a little bit in the rear on power, you'd have to stiffen it up a little bit.
I have to say that the truck itself, I was impressed with. I am running it on a 4-cell setup here. I'm not running the factory nickel metal. Take note that if you're going to run LiPo batteries in this, you do need to turn the LiPo cutoff on. It comes from the factory with nickel metal batteries, and as such, that cutoff is off. So read your instruction manual and figure out how to do that. And you know, turn that on to just protect your battery investment.
Not quite enough. I'll get a little better run at that one. Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Oh, here's that jump. Here we go. Crunch. Break. Yeah, that one broke it.
So there you go. There's the Team Associated Rival. A few dollars worth of parts and a whole lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe, like, comment. We'll check you next time.